how do I help visionary entrepreneurs grow and be better at what they're doing.
So it's been about 11 years of teaching 3 disciplines. It's planning, communicating within a structure, and leadership. And really, leadership comes last, because once you have clear planning in a business, so everybody knows where you're going, and a clear communication structure, so everyone knows when they're going to hear, what they're going to hear, and it becomes routine and expected, then you can really step out of management and step into leadership. We help them install what we call the Simple Operation System, SOS. And it's a system where the 3 disciplines that I just talked about become predictable, rather than trying to figure out, like, what are we going to do next, and how do we tell everybody about it, and what do I do next as the person in charge. We build massive predictability into those structures.
The tactics that are involved in those systems are incredibly relevant.
Yeah.
And I also think that first and foremost, having a fucking system to run your business
100%
is the foundation.
Yeah.
So how fundamentally, we look at sort of EOS or Rockefeller habits, or I don't know, pick another framework, right?
Yeah, there's a few out there.
There's a few out there, and I know people that run at least in part on these systems. And most people that I know are not very good at adopting the whole system.
Yeah,
they'll grab some of it and they'll adapt as they see fit.
Yeah.
But why this versus running another one?
So the other systems that you named are good systems. One of the things that we focus on a tremendous amount is on having a planning system where the team's actually involved, and it's not 2-day offsites every quarter. It's actually a much lighter weight planning system, because here's the issue for most visionary entrepreneurs is that they are the biggest bottleneck in the business. And until there's a strategic plan that they can share with their team, they're pretty much committed to being that bottleneck, because if your team doesn't know where you're going, they have to ask you where they're going next. And so where we put a tremendous amount of focus is on supporting that visionary entrepreneur, but also integrating them with the team. See, I think one of the most important things for us as visionaries is that we can communicate and be heard. And I think in most organizations, that's one of the biggest issues is the visionary has all these ideas that are perfect and they're amazing and they can already see them coming to reality, but they have a hard time communicating to the team in a way that they get heard and those ideas get executed. And in some of the other systems you mentioned, the solution is visionary and then what they call an integrator or something else, and then everybody else. And so you have to find this magic person that they actually call a unicorn called an integrator. And that person runs the entire business. Well, we've been doing this now for about 11 years. I've been coaching and working with entrepreneurs through CDP or through the other businesses that I own for a lot longer than that. And if the visionary isn't integrated into the team in a way that they're comfortable, that person who runs the business is the biggest liability. In our system, there is process all the way from 1 year down to the day-to-day. So every member of the team is fully utilized. There's a structure for every single person that works on the team. And so if you lose any person, including the integrator or what we call the operator, you can plug and play somebody else there. And it doesn't have to be this unicorn person that's 1 in a million. It just has to be somebody with talent and with a skill set and believes in what you're doing and is right for that position. And with the structure, we take people that in some organizations might look like B players, and when they have the right structure and support around them, they look like A players.